Hello, squires and interested viewers. I realized when telling last week's tale that I used some dates regarding Elderian chronology and that you may not have any references when it comes to it. So, in order to make everything clearer, let me introduce you to the whole history of Elderia under 6 minutes. First, there was the making. 5 siblings from beyond the stars came to the darkest corner of the universe and decided to experiment with creating a world. Through their tremendous powers, the opening of rifts between planes, and a lot of, I want to annoy my big siblings so I'm going to do one better, they made Elderia's landscapes, species, sun, moon, and bestowed magic and life upon these barren lands that once were a single rock drifting through space. How long did it take is hard to quantify, but here's an example of how it happened. I made the giants. They are humongous beings and wardens of the world. Ah oui? Eh bien, I made the halfling. They are the smallest species that exists, and they are funny and cheerful. Ah yeah? Well, I made the elves. They live for hundreds of years, and they will be so noble that other species will have a hard time connecting with them. Well, I made the humans. They live very short lives, and they are able to mix with everyone.
Oh, cool. Can I borrow them?
Sure.
Thanks. Be right back.
Yeah? Well, I made this. They will be called the dwarves, and they will have an average lifespan and be brutally honest and functional and very strong. Well, I did this.
Hey, look! I did this!
What?
It's a feline folk. They're like humans, but mixed with a feline creature. They're super fast, and they're super agile, and when they're happy, they purr.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, extra cute. Well done, little one.
Yeah.
Where were we? I don't know, but I did this. What the? Please don't. Why? Well, copyright first, and that's very ugly and barely functional. C'est pas faux. Want a hot cocoa? Yeah, sure. Allons-y. After the making came the Age of Creation. A misleading name that is just used to talk about the period of time when species decided to create cities, interact with each other, and started populating the world as we know it. It was a period of mostly peace, prosperity, and technological and magic advancement for the whole world. It lasted for nearly 2,000 years. What put an end to the Age of Creation was the Era of Heroes. It's a period of time that lasted for roughly 400 years. What marked the beginning of his period was the birth of heroes, with a capital H. They were humanoid beings with architect-like powers. Some used their powers to claim fame and glory, like the Warbringer, a human man who used his powers to conquer a kingdom and rule it with an iron fist. Or another example is the Stormsinger, a half-giant individual who moved mountains and created the biggest herd of half-giants pillagers that Elderia has ever seen. Both of them clashed one day. It was glorious. Other heroes, more humble, used their powers for the good of life, like the Scribe, a half-elven woman who used her powers to record history, uncover mysteries, and help civilization to progress. Another example of good hero was the Dawn Herald, a simple peasant who used his gifts to heal the sick, restore fields, and help other farmers with their crops. There were, to this day, 12 known heroes, but some historians agreed that there might have been more. However, over the period of 10 years during the Era of Heroes, all heroes of Elderia died. Some of natural causes, others less so. But the major coincidence, if I may, is that within 10 years, they all passed away. And so began the Time of Tears, a 100-year period of crisis for Elderia. A major event during that time is that chromatic dragons tried to conquer the whole world and destroyed all the flying cities but one to ensure dominion of the skies. This was known as the Scaled Uprising. The end of the Time of Tears was the rebirth of the heroes, as a pantheon of immortal, godlike posture that ruled a new plane of existence in the afterlife. All 12 major heroes made their return known to Elderian through dreams, miracles, imbuing devoted followers with divine powers. Thus started the era of the Pantheon, which we are in right now. Because, as of this very day, we are the 9th of the month of Windswept, of the year 1520 of the era of the Pantheon. The start of this era was used as a reference point among historians. Therefore, the Age of Creation started in minus 2400 before the era of the Pantheon, also called AEP. And anything that happened after the beginning of the era of the Pantheon is just called EP. So, to recap the whole thing, here's the timeline, here's the making, here's the Age of Creation, here's the era of the heroes, the time of tears, the start of the era of the Pantheon, and here is a day when I ate a fantastic soup. Yeah, always good soup. I hope that thanks to this video, everything in the future will be clearer, and everything that has been, has become so. It was the Knight from Elderia, from the history books. Happy to serve.